store, and direct air to the brake chambers. Let's begin by learning about the air compressor. The air compressor is an engine-driven mechanical pump which is the energy source for any air brake system. The compressor's output is controlled by the governor. When air pressure drops below a certain point, the governor activates the compressor. When air pressure returns to normal operating levels, the governor deactivates the compressor. From the compressor, air is directed to the air dryer, where it is cooled, filtered, and dried. The air dryer removes contaminants and moisture from the system. From the air dryer, compressed air is routed to the tractor's reservoir tanks, where air is stored until it is needed to apply the brakes. Usually, there are 3 reservoirs located on the tractor and 2 on the trailer. Air is routed to the various brake components through hoses and tubing designed to resist corrosion and high pressure. A series of valves throughout the system direct, signal, and relay air as well as control pressure to the brake components. Hose couplers, or glad hands, quickly connect air hoses from the tractor to the semi-trailer. Once these connections are made, compressed air will be routed to the trailer's reservoirs. Compressed air is routed through this complex system of reservoirs, air lines, and valves in such a way to ensure that the tractor would still be able to stop even if part of the air system were to fail because of trailer separation or severe airline or reservoir leaks. Let's now move inside the tractor cab and examine the controls related to the brake system. Gauges mounted on the dash allow the driver to monitor air pressure in the reservoirs. If reservoir pressure should drop to a dangerous level, a visible warning device alerts the driver. This is called the low air pressure warning device. For normal stopping, the driver applies the service brake by depressing the brake pedal, sometimes called the treadle valve. When this pedal is depressed, brakes at each wheel are applied. If the driver desires to apply only the trailer brakes, a hand valve mounted on the steering column or the dash is used. Parking and emergency brakes are controlled by other push-pull valves located on the dash. To apply the parking brake on both tractor and trailer, the yellow valve is pulled out. The red valve controls the spring brakes on the trailer only. If air pressure is ever unexpectedly lost, the emergency brakes on the trailer would automatically be applied by the spring portion of the brake chamber, and the red valve would pop out. Let's briefly review the components involved in the routing of compressed air to the brake chambers. A compressor supplies pressurized air for the braking system. The governor regulates the compressor's output. An air dryer cools, filters, and dries the air from the compressor. Reservoirs on the tractor and trailer store the compressed air from the compressor until needed to apply the brakes. A series of valves throughout the system monitor, signal, relay, and direct air to brake components. Hoses and tubing move air through the system to the brake chambers. Hose couplers, or glad hands, quickly connect air supply from tractor to trailer. A foot pedal applies service brakes at each wheel. The hand valve applies trailer brakes only. Dash control valves regulate spring brakes for parking and emergency braking. Air enters brake chamber. Studies have shown that brake failure is a leading cause of commercial vehicle accidents. It is imperative that such critical items as brakes be inspected properly and that the inspector have a good working knowledge of component function. Proper inspection of an S-Cam air brake system may prevent a serious accident and make our streets and highways a safer place to travel.